Good morning, Friday, yes. Ironically, I've actually filmed this video today on a Friday because the video that I did yesterday, well, this is what happened. No audio. I didn't put the mic on. For some silly reason, I decided not to test these things, like as we should do before we do anything. Anyway, moving on. It's Friday, thank goodness. Weekend ahead, rad. I wanted to talk a bit today about the tourist in Cape Town and like what it is and what it stands for and what I'm aiming to achieve with it. I mentioned last weekend that I've deleted my Instagram account and I have moved it all over to the tourist in Cape Town to try and find a purpose. And what I came up with in the sort of 2 weeks of planning this and sort of like building up and whatever, is that I am a photographer without a purpose, lost in a city I've never explored. And I thought that with that as the storyline, I could get some like really cool sort of stories to go with it, like build up myself as a photographer, but also build up the city and really like tell such a good story behind, what my experience is. Because obviously, me as an outsider, I've never really taken to the city. I've never really explored it. I mean, I've been here 8 years. Like, technically, I'm a Cape Townian now. But because I was so passionate about Natal and Natal being my home and the city that is just, I believed that Natal was the best. And stubborn and naive and all those other things, I thought, how do we build this up? Like, how do I actually fall in love with the city? And thus the tourist in Cape Town was a way for me to learn about the city, but also learn about myself and learn about photography and push my photography to a whole new level. And it's also a way to promote the city. I was thinking about it yesterday, and I've created all these notes on my wall about like what the objective is and what the purpose is and those sort of things. And I really want to promote the city. Like, we've had so much negativity going around, the drought and this and that and the next thing, and there's so much. I don't want to be like that sort of person. I don't want to be stuck in the negatives about something. I'd rather promote the positives, and Cape Town just offers so much positivity from the views and all those sort of things that just, it's mind-blowing. Like, I must be honest, I'm starting to really fall in love with the city, and it's insane that I didn't, in the last 8 years, I haven't taken the time to explore it. I mean, I know the obvious stuff, but don't really know the city. And that's sort of what I'm trying to do, like really explore it and discover it from a perspective that most people don't see it. Like, I don't want to promote the typical restaurants and the typical this and the typical that. It's more around things people don't know so much about. So like the real history behind Cape Town, like where it started, who was here first, who climbed the mountain first. Wasn't any of the Dutch, I'll give you that much. It was long before the Dutch got here, which is scary. The fact that there was a gold mine on Lion's Head, I mean, who would have thought? Okay, yes, the gold wasn't valuable, but those sort of things occur, and it's those little secrets that people don't really know that I want to promote. It's also like there's so much content, both video-wise, image-wise, and written content that can be generated from just adventuring into the city and around the city. I mean, it's just the last 2 weeks have already opened my eyes, and that's the goal. It's like I want to create a different view of Cape Town, one that is a real view, like no fancy bells and whistles, but what is actually here. And then work with other brands, like work with companies that obviously here, but also want to promote the city. And with that in mind, I want to move into more sort of media production with the tourist in Cape Town. So for instance, like I don't want to have these videos only where it's just me talking to the camera and you guys aren't really seeing much because you'll probably get bored of this mug after a while. But to sort of create films as I'm going out and about and doing different things, so like going to the castle, going up Lion's Head, the views, and creating that sort of journey for you guys to obviously enjoy, but it'll have better traction. I mean, we all know video content is just the bee's knees. Yes, photos are great. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love photos, but as part of this whole experience and journey is for me to learn more about media production, content production, those sort of things, but to tell a better story. Like, I really want to promote Cape Town in a positive light through a multitude of stories, and I want to reach a wider audience. And a great way to gain experience in video and audio and, you know, those sort of things. Like, so that's sort of what the purpose is. I'm not going to make this a long 7-minute video, just want it to be like where I'm at, what's coming next. Yeah, so I hope your Friday is really, really epic. Please like, subscribe, you know, all those fancy things. Check out my Instagram, check out the website, I'll put the links below. And yeah, I hope your weekend is really, really awesome. If you do something great and you think that I should go check it out, please pop it in the comments. Like, I love your guys' feedback. Have a good one.